Yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay. All right, seniors, welcome. Thank you for taking some time to meet with us today. Got a lot of important things to talk about, and the best part is my section is the shortest. All right, so I get to welcome you, and I also get to update you on the fact that there are some things that are yet to be updated, like some graduation details. We know date, time, location, but we don't know anything else yet at this point in time. Those that filled out that prom questionnaire we sent out last week, thank you for doing that, as we're trying to gather input, but we haven't heard final word on that yet either. So I get to tell you welcome, and I really don't have anything else to tell you from my point. But I get to introduce Ms. Giesel, right?
Correct. Maybe.
Maybe. Or I start singing if she doesn't. Oh, here she comes. Okay.
Okay, she's not in here, but there will be a link in the email that I send out to everybody after the meeting that will have the ballot for the top award, which stands for
Teacher's Outstanding Performance.
Teacher of Outstanding Performance. So it's basically Teacher of the Year kind of thing. So I'll send that link out to everybody in an email either this afternoon or tomorrow morning, and you all can vote on that. The deadline for that will be the 10th by the end of the school day. So keep that in mind as you're voting. All right, Dr. Smith.
Oh, I gotta hold both mics? Perfect. Hey, so graduation, right? I run graduation, which many of you know. One thing that Mr. Tillett actually discussed is we do know the date, right? So it's Tuesday the 18th at 5 o'clock at Finley Stadium. You will get a beautiful sheet like this, okay, from me that tells you what you need to do. It'll also be in that follow-up email. So a couple things that you need to do. You need to let me know through a Google form, right, whether you plan to participate or not in graduation. We need a rough number. That just helps with programming purposes. So we call that the intent to walk form, okay? So that's super easy. You also need to confirm your legal name with Miss Williams. So you're like, okay, that's weird. Maybe they entered it when you were at Red Bank Elementary and your middle name doesn't have the comma in the appropriate spot. Well, guess what? That has followed you for 13 years. Unless you want it spelt wrong on your diploma, right, you need to make sure that she has your full legal, what we'll say, government name. Okay, that is what will be printed on your diploma. Also, financial obligations, okay? Several things that you need to do. Fees, if you owe a textbook, if you owe a band fee from freshman year, or whatever have you, right? And you've never paid that and you've delayed it and delayed it and delayed it. Well, it is time to pay up, okay? And you must do so in order to participate within graduation. So some of you, many of you, that's an AP American History textbook that you owe me, that's worth $150, but there can be a multitude of fees and what that looks like. Also, $25 senior fee, okay? We do this because it helps print programs, flowers, balloons. It makes the event what you want it to be, right? It makes it memorable, and Ms. Williams is going to mention more on that and how to do it. So, April the 30th, intent to walk form, that's really easy. That just lets me know how many of you plan to attend. Wednesday the 12th, okay, May 12th, which you think is a long time away, but it's really not. All your obligations have to be fulfilled, right? So you have to pass all your classes, all your financial obligations, your Chromebook charger, the library book that you've had since sophomore year, all those things, right, have to be turned in. And you can get with Coach Bowman here in a little bit, and he'll be able to tell you if you owe or not. We do not know if we will have a graduation practice. We did not have one last year, but it makes everything go a little bit easier. So I hope that we have one. It'll obviously be at Finley Stadium. So that is kind of a to be determined situation. Dress code, right, for graduation. Okay, guys, we're going to be in shirt and tie. Ladies, the biggest issue that I want to bring to your attention is the height of your shoes, okay, and the heels in which you choose to wear. I've seen many people fall and make that experience not so pleasant because they decided to wear 4-inch heels when they've never worn heels, right? So I would propose wearing flats, okay? We got a ooh, but okay, that's the easiest way. I don't know what steps you're going to be going up and those sorts of things. So all those guidelines will be there. We will not decorate caps. No sunglasses, necklaces, all those sorts of things. Also, and we'll bring it to your attention again, if you do anything that makes you stand out in a negative light, okay, we have the ability to hold your diploma and your transcript, and you will owe Mr. Tillett, myself, and Red Bank High School some community service of about 50 hours. So we will talk about that at graduation practice, way on down the line, but you need to, if you need a tie, right? Gentlemen, if you need a tie, come see me or Mr. Tillett. We will hook you up, okay? Ladies, I don't wear heels, so you have to figure out your own shoe situation, okay? Just wanting to bring that to your attention. And one thing that always comes up, ladies, you cannot wear a romper. You will ask me that at some point, okay? You cannot wear a romper. That's all I have for now. You're educated people that are about to graduate, so you can read this piece of paper. Any questions for me as of right now?
Okay, so it gotta be like a shirt.
Why can't we wear romper?
Because we've never allowed that before.
How will we receive this paper if we're online?
Because we're
Did
gonna,
it come to classroom?
we will email it to you. Cool?
And what's the official last day for seniors?
Mr. Tillett can maybe speak on. They're blasting me with questions that only you know the answer to. Last official day for seniors.
Sorry.
The 11th. Okay, Tuesday the 11th. Is that it? Yes. I don't know, buddy. I appreciate that, though. Next up, anybody? Yes, ma'am.
What about a pantsuit?
Sure.
Help.
Any other questions? This is the deal, okay? When you look back on your graduation photos 20 years from now, you don't want to be like, oh God, I wore that. Right? I mean, that's kind of where we're going with this. That's the intent of it. You also get, you know, formal pictures taken and all that sort of stuff. Anything else right now? All right, perfect. There you are, sir.
Thank you.
The double mic master.
I don't know about that. Hey, I will say that last year at graduation, you know, we never knew exactly how it was going to unfold. We thought it was going to be one way, it got canceled. We thought it was going to be another time, it got canceled. We finally did it on our hated Soddy Daisy football field, but it was amazing how well it came off. And the reason it came off so well is the seniors last year were just so grateful to get together. Whatever the rules were, they just did them. And it was a great evening and low stress for all of us and sort of fun. So looking forward to this year. Make sure that y'all are monitoring grades. You know, the 9 weeks ends Friday. Some of y'all are doing fantastic. Some may still be trying to recover from the first 3 weeks when you were forced to be at home and you don't like doing virtual and you're trying to still make up some ground there. But do the best that you can. Finish strong through the fourth quarter. Last 5 years, maybe even longer than 5 years, the policy at Red Bank has been you got to pass your second semester classes to walk across the stage. All right, so finish strong. I still have to think back, and we talked about this at the very first Zoom sort of meeting we had in the springtime. We're 100 years after the last huge pandemic, and sort of twice as bad as this one. And students still graduated high school, they still went off to college, they still became doctors and engineers and lawyers and whatever they were doing. So have hope that the future's still out there for us all. You know, this thing is going to pass. One way that you can deal with stress right now that a lot of you sort of have it building up, just make sure you're doing those little things and check them off the to-do list. If it's finalizing your FAFSA or getting that thing turned in for Ms. Keith or whomever else needs to have stuff turned in, just do those things and check them off. That'll help you with some of that stress that may be building up. Lastly, ACT, if you want to retest, the last one that's available before graduation is April the 17th. The deadline to register is Friday of this week. If you want to talk about that with me or get an ACT fee waiver from me, if you qualify, you need to be doing that like quickly. If you're at home and you want an ACT fee waiver, you need to email me and I can scan one out to you. All right? We're here to help you. Lots of folks still in the building. We're around. Call us, email us if you need to. And any questions for me at the moment? All right. Now, Ms. Gatewood is here virtually, but am I passing the mic then to Ms. Carpenter or Ms. Stobert?
You are, yep.
All right. Ms. Carpenter or Ms. Stobert?
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. A couple.
Oh, I'm not tall
of
enough here.
information. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ms. Gatewood, we're actually going to have to just send those out in announcement form. Is that okay? Because the kids in here won't be able to hear you.
That's perfectly fine. I would prefer that, actually.
Okay, thank you so much.
Pretty straightforward. Let them know it's pretty straightforward. All the links are there.
Okay, we sure will. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, guys, so I'm going to be going over class night with you. For those of you that don't know, class night is your senior award night, and that's going to be held here at the high school in the new gym on Tuesday, May the 11th at 6:30, okay? It's not a requirement for you to attend, but we would like for you to attend, okay, because these are some of the last moments of your high school career, and so we would love for all of you to be there, okay? If you plan on attending, we will have an information sheet that we're going to need you to fill out because each of you will walk across the stage and we will be giving just a short little blurb of information, if you will, as you walk across the stage, just some accolades about yourself, okay? So we are going to need some information from you as far as that goes, okay? And we'll get more things out to you on Google Classroom. So if you haven't joined that Google Classroom, be sure to get on there and join, okay? A couple other things. If you are attending, we're going to have a rehearsal the night before, okay? So we'll post more information about that, but just know there is a rehearsal and there is a little bit of formality involved when we do that, because again, you're going to be walking across the stage one by one, okay? As far as dress, think church, okay? For those of you that don't go to church, that's okay. But girls, especially, we're talking about dresses that come down to your knees. And you also have to think about your shoes, okay? We don't want sandals or anything like that. But we also don't need you in 6-inch pumps either, okay? Because you're going to be walking across a stage that's about 30 or 40 years old, and you're going to be coming downstairs as well, okay? So keep that in mind. Heels are okay, but you may not want to go with the tallest ones, okay? Flats are okay as well, all right? But we'll get more information about that. Guys, you will be in slacks and a tie. Again, Mr. Smith, Mr. Tillett, any of our coaches, Coach Fike, they have plenty of ties, okay? So if dress is an issue for you, don't let that be a reason why you're not going to show up. We can help you out. Girls, you can talk with myself or Ms. Carpenter, and we can find something for you, okay? So just a little note on that. Again, we'll get that out to you. Before you leave here today, you're also going to be voting on the class flower, class song. That's in a Google form on Google Classroom before you leave today, so we're going to need that information as well, okay? Information sheet, we're going to need that from you. We'll post that for you. Class video, this is where we need photos of you and your friends, okay? So if you have any photos, we've been making announcements on that, send those in. We'd like everyone to be included on this video, and this video will be shown at class night. So we want everybody to be on it, not just the same people over and over, okay? But if you don't get those pictures into us, how are we going to get you on there, okay? So get those in and get those into Bailey Phillips or Zoe Helms, okay? They're working on the video, okay? Or even Mr. Wagner, all right? We're going to have auditions for musical performances. If we have any singers or anyone that plays instruments. OJ, is that you? All right. We'll have auditions, okay, in April for that, okay, so that you can perform at senior night as well, okay? So be on the lookout for all of these things, all the information on Google Classroom about that. Okay. Lastly, scholarships, okay, acceptance letters to your colleges that you may be going to, okay? We need verification for that before we announce that when you're coming across stage, okay? So any athletic scholarships, academic things, all of that needs to be verified, and Mr. Johnson here is going to be the one accepting that information, okay? So as soon as you have that information, get that to him. Go pay him a visit and let him know so that he can verify those things, okay? I believe that's it. Did I leave anything out, Carpenter, that you can think of? Okay, so before you leave, we'll have you vote on those things on Google Classroom here at the end, okay? But if you have any questions, see myself or Ms. Carpenter, okay?
Okay, if I take mine off. Okay. All right, good morning. Can everyone hear me? Okay, the graduation senior fee payment is $25, and that must be paid by all seniors who plan to walk at graduation night, okay? That is a must, okay? In order to do that, you can do it a few different ways. You can come into my office and pay cash or check to me. Make sure the check is payable to Red Bank High School, and $25, and I can write you a receipt for that. Or you can pay online, okay? So how you pay online is you go to our Red Bank High School website, rbh.hcde.org. You're going to click on the online school payments. So once you see the online school payments on the main homepage, you're going to click there. You're going to select Red Bank High School from the list of schools. It sounds strange that you have to still click the school name, but it is a requirement before you, in order to get to Red Bank High School's online payments. Then you're going to scroll down to where you see graduation fee, senior fee. It'll show a little cap and tassel, and you'll select that. It'll prompt you to create an account if you don't already have one. So if you've ever paid any online fees through your course of being here at Red Bank High School, you're going to already have an account. You'll just sign in that way and pay your $25 online. Put your credit card information in, but make sure that you are putting your name on. I'm pretty sure there's like a memo section there. Mrs. Horton can help you with that side of things if there's not. But if a parent or guardian or grandparent, anyone else is paying for that fee, we need your name on there to know that it's tied to you, okay? Because I get several that I have to hunt down and figure out who's paid because the student's name is not on there, okay? If you have questions about that process, come and see me. Also, Dr. Johnson is also going to be emailing out those instructions to each one of you, and they'll also be, I believe, on Google Classroom as well, okay? Let's move on to your cap and gown ordering. If you haven't already ordered your cap and gown, you need to do so pretty quickly so we can get that back in sufficient time for graduation night, okay? And the actual price has gone up $20 as of yesterday. Unfortunately, we weren't able to make the senior meeting happen before the price went up. I've been emailing out to all of you and all of your guardians to let you know when the deadline is. So hopefully all of you got in on the deadline before the price went up. But unfortunately, if you didn't, it raised $20. And you'll go to balfour.com. It's BALFOUR.com. You'll select Shop My School and select Red Bank High School in that search engine. Make sure before you begin ordering that you have Red Bank High School at the very top of the page before you move forward, okay? There's also a QR code sheet that you'll also be emailed. So if you want to order on your phone, your smartphone, you can scan this and it'll take you straight to the Red Bank site to where you don't have to search for your school name, okay? So also, the website will calculate everything for you, the tax, the shipping charge, and all of those details for you. You don't have to calculate that yourself. The cap and gowns will actually come directly to the school. It will prompt you to put your home address in on the site. If you order anything extra, it'll be sent to your home. One other thing I failed to mention was there is a lot of larger packages that are in the grad packs selection, and a lot of people were confused on where to go. They're like, there's not a $65 package or an $85 package. You have to scroll all the way down when you click on grad packs, and all these instructions will be emailed to you so you can read over them. You'll have to scroll all the way down until you see Shop Now. There's a tab at the very end of the page, and that'll take you to the smaller package that has the cap and tassel picture beside it. Okay? Any other questions for me before I pass the mic on?
Come with the diploma?
It does. The basic package comes with your cap, tassel, diploma, and diploma cover. Cap and gown and tassel, and diploma cover. Any other questions? Okay, all right, here you go.
Thank you so much. All right, just a quick reminder, all of the forms, all of the links for voting, all of that is going to be sent out to you. It'll probably be tomorrow morning because we have to get the video of this meeting also ready to send out to everybody. So you can rewatch if you need to, but all those forms and links will be included for you. A couple of the things that Ms. Gatewood was going to mention, and these links will be included in that email, senior portraits, information for baby pictures if you want to include those, senior quote, yearbook ordering, and then superlative voting. All of that will be included, but she was going to mention those things, but she's with the class right now, so she wasn't able to be here with us. Just a couple of final things from me. Ms. Stobert mentioned the award letters. So anytime you get your award letter from the institution that you plan to attend, I need a copy of that. And so I'll be adding an assignment in our Google Classroom where you can actually drop it right in there. Certainly you can come by and give me a copy. We can make a copy if you only have a paper copy, or you can email that to me. But there will be an assignment in Google Classroom where you can drop that right in there. A couple other reminders. FAFSA, you're going to need to fill that out just as soon as possible if you have not. For Tennessee Promise folks, they've extended the deadline yet again. So you now have until March 15th to get that completed, which is a nice extra buffer of time. So if you need help with that, let me know. Scholarships, if you're looking for scholarships, I'm going to send out some links about private scholarships that you can start searching for and looking for. Let me know if you need help with any of those links or websites. Naviance, many of you have gotten really familiar with how to request a transcript. Be sure that you're adding the colleges that you apply to in Naviance. I'll send you some instructions on how to do that, and certainly you can come by and ask for assistance if you need it. Any final questions before we wrap up? Okay, one more thing to add? Yeah, sure, come on back up.
Okay, guys, if you'll go ahead and get out your Chromebooks and go to the Google Classroom, the senior class of 2021 Google Classroom, we're going to go ahead and do the voting for for senior night. So go ahead and do that for me. You can do it on your phone. You can do it on the Chromebook. We just need this voting done by today. So go ahead and do that. You should see a Google form that we've created, and it's on the Google Classroom. Okay. It should be on the stream. If it's not on there, we'll have it on there today, and y'all can go ahead and do that voting. Did you put it on there?
I was going to send it in that email afterwards.
Okay, gotcha. I think,
Go ahead, Dad.
no, Miss Young posted it, so it should be up on a post from Haley Young, okay? So look on there for me. If you don't see it, then that's totally fine. We can do it at the end of the day, okay? So, not there? Okay, well, never mind. We'll post it today, so no worries. Just be on the lookout for that and have that done today for me, okay, guys? All right, thank you.
All right, thank you all for your time. Any other final thoughts before we head out? Okay. For students who are here live, there are actually hard copies of the order information for diplomas as well as other graduation types of things that you can pick up from Ms. Williams if you want to. Otherwise, those will be emailed out to you. All right, thanks. Have a great day.